Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to DK64Randomizer.com Season 4. We got a Blitz tourney for you. Strap in. We are in the knockout stage. We have the top 16. We have CharlesJarls. We have Hoy. Seed 1, Seed 16. CharlesJarls won the qualifier. Hoy worked his way in, made it happen. Gonna be a good one, though. These guys are no strangers to going very fast. We'll see how this goes. I am LaRock. I will be on the mic for you today, and I'm joined by Mornin Ash. How you doing?
Doing pretty great. Feeling pretty bad about that qual, so I'm gonna get to watch some people who didn't get messed over in that qual to ride on these seeds. And apparently, from what I've seen, the round 1 seeds in the Blitz have had serious hands, so I'm expecting something very similar here.
Indeed. Let's have a look at our start here. Pretty solid setup. Nothing too wild, nothing too terrible. Kind of like this. Good mix of good and bad.
Yeah, I mean, so honestly, Charge has been a lot better move this season, I think, than in previous seasons. I don't know, like, why, but I've seen more Charge checks come back out. And Guitar is one of Diddy's better moves. And then Barrels, I mean, it's one of our Kong K-Rool stuff, possibly. It's just pretty decent to have. Sphere Zero Battle Pad is being routed in, which means we'll probably see some people drop down to the Isle Snide and get the hint there, which is, you know, within reason.
Good call. Kind of forgot about that guy. That's an easy one to forget on Isles. Very sneaky.
Oh, easily, yeah.
Pretty sneaky. We're about ready to roll here, though, so strap in. You might be like, wow, Seed 1, Seed 16, what's going on here? But Hoy, he made the finals of the last Blitz, so he is, he can make a run work, so. But he's going up against Charles. Charles, #1 Elo man. The big dog.
That's the thing about Blitz tournaments. The seeding is often very erratic, let's say, just based on what is and is not available.
You just never know what's going to happen. Ain't that the truth? Hey, a little. Don't mind the delay. We'll see if it comes up like it did, like it did the other day. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I guess you'll just have to go back to DK64 Speedrun's YouTube and watch everything. Like you just have to watch everything. That's unfortunate, but you know that's the nature of the beast.
Watch all the runs. It's
watch
very
like
important.
all like 100 hours of content we have on that channel. Isn't that insane?
Right?
It's probably way more than 100 actually, but good stuff. Oh, we're gonna look at our Helm order instantly. Makes sense. Diddy lanky, and we have guitar, so that's pretty great.
Always good. And I mean, yeah, we're getting. I've seen a lot of runners skip this particular Snides recently because they're like, oh, it's just better to get the Snides in a level you go into in your first level. But when you have a Sphere Zero check here that you can just do, it makes it a lot more reasonable, I think. At least in the minds of runners who have that particular thought. I'm still someone who's like, I kind of like this Snide. I like getting the peek at the spring barrel anyway. I think it's just worth doing a lot of the time, but
I think a huge amount of the time you just end up next to a Snide, and so it doesn't really matter.
True.
Well, I was thinking that might be our first GB on the battle pad, but did it say arena or dirt for Tiny?
It said dirt patch.
Ooh, we need shockwave.
All right.
Good factory spawn though. This is a really nice spawn.
I'm a fan of this spawn and the spawn that's up in R&D. And honestly, the vanilla spawn's fine too. Anything that like lets me get like my 2 warp pads and make like, you know, decent travel through factory. Factory CBs to 8 chunky Diddy and Kongs. Well, the good news is that's a really big hint. The bad news is there are no logical factory CBs available right now.
I bet that's shockwave. That's my guess. Book it now.
I don't disagree with you. Okay. Fungus and Castle, and there's a potion here.
So notably, this factory CB's item is not on the path to any like progressive key, so it's entirely possible this item is coming much later. We knew early on you're kind of looking for your first couple keys to get access to more levels, and then the seed kind of opens up a little bit. That's not giving you key 2. That's not giving you key 1. It's not giving you key 2. We already have key 2. It's not giving you key 1 or 4 or 5. So we're kind of in a holding pattern here.
It could also be the boss. We have barrels.
Ooh. That'd fit too, but again, I don't think it's something that's going to be essential early. I suppose it could get you Tiny, like if it's Shockwave, then that'd be pretty nice. Even the Tiny got hinted pretty quickly too. It's the order you get your hints can kind of lead you to believe that you're going to get something sooner. Like it's more likely you get this item sooner because if you could get it later, then the hint could be in more hint doors, and so it's more likely to be in a later hint door than the early hint door, right? So your early hint doors are like stochastically more likely to give you stuff. I'm just yapping. Let's just count. Let's just count.
No,
We're not doing
I mean, yeah, counting's fun, but I mean, this is truly something I think is just right. I've seen a lot of different seeds where like the order you get your hints or hint placement does matter for like how I read into the seed. It's not ideal, but it's certainly not like something you should ignore.
Yeah, it's not a 100%er, but it's just kind of one of those like data points you can just kind of like it may affect your routing that way.
Informed by a hunch, one might say.
Well, I would say informed by the way the hints are built, but
well, yeah. What I mean is like it gives you a hunch on what to do because you can't like trust it 100% like a hint, but you could go, well, I mean, given it's there, it might be like that, and so you get that kind of like that hunch in your gut, you know?
Yeah.
So we did pick up grab on the way in, so we're gonna see the runners do the battle pad here, which is very slow given how far you have to travel. But you know, in these early levels in season 4, I think a lot of people have come to some conclusion that you should really be doing these kind of checks as you go. No season 3 skipping this time around. So we're gonna get a look here to see what is in here. Is that a coin or a potion? It's a coin. I think I would do that.
It seems really good. Oh, at that time, that's incredible.
Yeah, like at this point, just I mean, I know you're in factory, and factory is like the land of the coins, but a rainbow coin later on in the game when you have all your Kongs lets you sort of smooth out your ability to buy the remaining GBs you need to finish the seed, and it's just really nice to have access to, so. Okay, Castle Underground is the key 1. That could be our next progressive. We haven't seen what the second level is. Every time I see one of those like early key hints that unlocks a level that's like related to like nothing else, it's just like a solo key hint, I always go, you know, that's probably my progressive forward. So I would not be shocked to see Castle as our like, I guess level 3, but our second level. Ooh. Or it could be Factory Shops to key 4.
There you
just
go. Kidding. I'll take that one because we have both other shopkeepers and that's all we got. However, we have seen a potion on Funky
Donkey.
Funky Factory Funky Donkey. Got it in the right order this time. But we don't have Funky, but Funky's in Castle, so it's entirely possible you have to do a little song and dance to get that item, and then that gets you key 4, or it's key 4 right there. All right, simple as that. Simple as. Don't even worry about it.
So I haven't seen a boss dink yet. So I don't know what... Or have we seen a boss portal yet? Is the factory boss locked up on top of Prod?
Yes, it is. I think we've seen all 4 doors, or all 5 doors.
Yeah.
No, we've seen all 5 doors in factories, so... Our TNS is at the top of Prod, Coconut, and Grab Lock, so that's not looking like that's our answer, unless... Well...
We do have Grab, so all we need is, like, Coconut, and, like... Frankly, Coconut is the master skeleton key to Season 4, in my opinion. That item is so balanced. So balanced!
It's balanced by being good. That's the balance.
Yeah.
There you go. You gotta have lottery items, then it's just more exciting when you pull the lottery items.
Oh, I agree.
Good times.
I just think it's funny to call it balanced because it's so busted.
It do be kind of messed up a little bit. And then Charles taking a look at his pause menu to confirm that, yeah, it's the TNS up there. My line of thought is that I wouldn't even worry about that boss unless more stuff gets hinted. It's just not going to be important, I don't think. And it is indeed castle level 3.
Up top, which I think Hoy's going to be super sad to see because he loves the trophy flip, but he can't. He's got 2 big heavy boys. He got the heavies out.
James 4's lobby's key 5 kind of makes me think that like we're going to find like Galleon in one of these lobbies and it's just going to give us key 5 immediately. Kind of getting that impression. Might be here. It would have to be here if it were anywhere, but it's a little too expensive to get into a castle. We're not quite there. We need options. Oh, that's actually a crazy peek from that corner of the aisle. get a good look at it. Or, you know, we'll take Japes. Japes will just give us some good stuff, surely. What do we got here?
Japes needs the 7.
Not compelling, because you don't really need key 7 for, like, ever, so... Entirely possible it's on a Kong we don't have yet. It remains to be seen. I've never seen that before. Yeah, I know, right? This Charles guy, he's just got impossible tech. Who needs to jump over there to peek? You just look at the very corner of the aisle.
So I've taken to sort of looking at Season 4 with, like, a more aggressive eye. Because, like, I keep, like, ending up in scenarios where, like, I clear everything. And I'm really liking what I'm seeing from them here. They're just pushing through. Get the hints, do all the fast stuff, don't worry about other things, just go, 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 you know? Like, you'll be able to solve what you find later once you get the hints.
Yeah, it definitely depends on the seed. You kind of have to read it as you go, obviously.
True. Yeah.
This is looking like one of the faster ones, because we've got so much single-hinted stuff. Direct hints, what may functionally turn out to be direct hints. Like, we have 1 key 1 hint, 1 key 4 hint, 1 key 5 hint, 1 key 7 hint, and they're all not multipath, they're all just straight shots. It's entirely possible that that is the location of key 1, the location of key 4, the location of key 5, and the location of key 7, which would simplify the seed tremendously if that's the case.
Still, of level access, honestly.
Still a lot of uncertainty. We're missing all of our K-Rool moves. We need Peanuts, Rocket Barrel, Punch, Gorilla Gon, and Hunky. And then another phase that we don't know. So there's certainly complexity to be had, but it doesn't look like it's coming from our keys. Ooh, Hoy missing the coin. That might suck, but I'm sure you'll get more. It's fine.
Yeah. I think it's probably okay.
It's most useful for Kongs you haven't picked up yet. And, well, we haven't got any new Kongs yet, so who cares? Dogadon Fracas for a clear vial. What do we got here?
Is that diving? Ooh. It is, yeah.
Thank you very much. Diving on the hillside, so that gets us access to level 4 now. So now we have even more options to play with. Ooh, the TNS is back here. 104? That doesn't quite seem doable. Just doing some napkin math. I'm not sure that one's doable.
Well, honestly, with 2 Kongs, we need both of them to achieve their medals, or at least one of them to get like 70, 80 something, which I don't think is happening with our current moves. So
yeah, nothing too crazy here, which is kind of good. Yeah, and also if you're fighting it for just key 7, just do it later. It's just gonna be better. There's no rush. No rush to get to key 7.
Yes, 3 and 7 especially are really nice to be able to go. Oh, you know, I can just come back that I have better. Okay. Finishing that thought. Come back when I have more moves. Speaking of more moves,
we got a bean seed. Where's the bean? Hello. Oh my God.
This is what happens when you said the cursed things. You said it was going to be a fast one, and then
I said
turn around.
You're right. I did say that, didn't I? Ah, son of a gun.
You did. You were turning around. You're like, it looks like a fast one, and
ow, Bart. This is the second bean seed in the round 1 of the Blitz, which is crazy. Apparently, that's insane. What the heck?
Welcome to seeds in round 1 have hands.
I guess it's just kind of a bean kind of tourney.
Oh yeah. Now the real question is, will we see the rabbit?
Oh jeez. Oh jeez.
Probably not.
Japes not really delivering. Not gonna lie, it doesn't look like we got much out of Japes.
No, and Charles is now going to reconverge on that divergence that Chat was talking about by going back to check the other hint that Hoy started on. Yeah,
oh yeah. 100%. You kind of have to, because you don't know what the 4th door is. Or you don't know what the door behind the Ramby gate is, so you have to check this door.
Yeah.
Because that could be a hint. I guess this could be a hint door too. Yeah.
There's a couple of good peaks on the way back here I don't hate.
Well, it's unfortunate he's just not going to get anything out of this, because he's not going to do this boss.
Yes.
You might, like, tag the warp and bail, because what else are you going to do? About done here. Hoy opting to try his luck and scoop up a few more GBs and kind of get that rolling. They've basically done the exact same stuff so far. And now it's time to run the castle.
I don't hate this at all. I think it's reasonable. One thing I'll say is I find it so weird. I know you can get into castle immediately, but I feel like I would have just checked lobby 4 before going in.
Yeah.
There's a decent shot that it's like galleon and key 5 is just there, and that you have like 3 possible hints on like lobby doors that you could use to help you out.
You'll get it. Yeah, you'll get it. Like, well, yeah, even just the 1 hint is pretty good.
Yeah.
On the other hand, it could be that you get key 1 in Castle Underground, and then level 2 is Galleon, and the point is moot. You might only you get 1 to 3 hints by checking that, and then even still, running around to lobbies to get a single hint seems kind of slow. I think I might do it for 1, but I don't think I'd do it for all 3, because I'd be like, yeah, I'm coming to these levels anyway. Who cares?
Right.
I don't think the information is critical yet. You're still in that early phase, just grab everything I can look at mode.
Underground now has key 1, key 3 in 2 separate locations.
Interesting. And there's not a lot of free underground checks. There's the 1 Kasplat, and then we might have to work for something else. Or there's 2 Kasplats. Surely it's not just on both Kasplats.
That would be
very funny.
Really interesting. Oh,
big hint. What was that? It was like
that was MCA to 7-8. I think it said lanky on it as well.
Oh jeez.
Anyone else?
Checking. Running the numbers. 7-8. 7-8 lanky. Maybe more. We'll see. Please hold. And it's Aztec as level 4, so we don't.
Main caves area. I'm sorry. Yeah, MCA main caves area.
There you go. Interesting. So our key 7 is looking like
tiny
a little
chunky,
bit trickier.
Tiny chunky. Castle CBs to free comms.
Ooh, wow. So Castle got a lot better there. Because if that's shockwave, it's great. But shockwave could just as easily be on factory metal rewards. So it was not like it was okay.
Yeah, it was main case area to 7-8, tiny chunky.
Interesting. So tiny is new info, and that does not overlap with the factory CB's hints, so it's just 2 independent things. Although given how much stuff they're on the path to, it's just going to be kind of early. That said, we don't know where caves is, so we're going to have to find key 1 out of castle or key 5 out of... Never mind, we're going to have to find key 1 out of castle, which will get us into... Although I suppose... Okay, there's other worlds where we get, like, lanky trombone, and it's, like, the Japes trombone pad, or the Japes lobby trombone pad for our thing. Or we get, like... Okay, no, too much. Too much to ask for the the Aztec gongs. That's a little much.
I believe Galleon has to be level 2, yes.
Could be Punch in Factory Lobby Crate. Could be Bongo. Could be Bongos in Factory Lobby Pad. I think there's a lot of options for Key 5. It doesn't have to be the Galleon. Kasplat. That's just the easiest one.
So here. Okay, I think I answered my own question with what Charles is doing here. Charles is just going to get Donkey's Medal by going through library here regardless. I was wondering if he would, because he didn't get to see the hint that talked about Donkey.
Oh, see you, bud. Everybody gets 1. Everybody gets 1 Fallout Castle. That's fine. Enjoy. Yeah, so Charles could be fishing for rooms. He could be just like doing a full clear for medals. Be like, yeah, I can get Chunky's. I can get DK's medal trivially, so I should. Either or.
Yeah, I think that's what's about to happen here.
He's more likely fishing for rooms right now because that's the info he has, but the info for medals is yet to come.
But I do think it's going to be DK's medal. I think.
Oh, you think so?
Have to do comps here. Yeah.
Could be. I don't think it has to be anything. I think it could be Chunky's medal later. I don't think there's any rush for it to be anything in particular here. Especially because it's only Kongs. It's not really necessary to be here.
Chunky medal is really locked, and we're not seeing as many things on the path to Kongs as I would like otherwise.
What I think is more likely, and maybe a little bit weirder, is that you get Punch on the factory CBs, and then you convert that Punch into a castle medal.
That's interesting.
That feels a little bit better to me because it sort of ties everything together. As weird as the Kong paths are, you actually don't tend to get a ton of stuff on the path to Kongs.
Aztec shops to Diddy phase, so probably just... No, actually, guaranteed just Peanuts, because we have a Diddy Helm.
Peanuts or Rocket. Oh,
No,
rocket
no,
would be
because
key
rocket
8,
would be
yeah.
the 8.
You're right. Well, that's easy.
It could be a move. It could be a move that gives Peanuts somehow extra steps or whatever, but it is not.
You know, I think Hoy went into Aztec, but then bailed pretty quickly, so it's probably in the front of Aztec.
Yeah.
All right, there's our key 1, Castle Underground. That's one of the easy checks. No muss, no fuss. Kind of had to turn up. We're running out of options here because we know there's no help for keys in Aztec, so it kind of had to be in this level. Well, we don't know of any help for keys in Aztec, so we have to sit on our hands a bit.
And no key 3 so far. So key 3 could be additionally locked somehow.
Also pretty likely, I wager, key 3 is not needed for anything at all except the end game, so...
Yeah.
It can tend to bury itself. Or we just run down to Funky and it's just on that splat. Haha, good one, me. Or good one, game. That's not me. I would never do that. I would never do that to you, Chad. I would never rob you of content. Put it on DK Minecraft, let's go. I mean, it could also be something weird like Crypt or Castle. Or, oh my god. That's Hillside on the path to everything, so
That's
probably...
diving.
That's gotta be diving, right?
It said 7-8, Diddy, and I missed everything else on that.
Just a huge pile of stuff.
Yeah, there was definitely another Kong on there. It might have been Chunky. It might have been like 7-8 Diddy Chunky or something like that. Oh, there's Funky underground.
Oh, okay.
So Funky to key 3, maybe?
Funky to key 3 is possible. That's our best lead on that.
Watch it. Just watch it be key 3, just right on the shop right here.
I got a shot of it. I got a shot of it. So diving, presumably diving. Key 7, 8 chunky Diddy Kongs. Interesting. Oh
Barrels,
wow.
8 chunky Kongs. Okay, check your bosses.
Does that tie into factory CBs at all? No, because it drops
No.
Diddy. So it actually isn't.
But it could be, the Kongs part could be for Castle Boss.
Maybe, but that would be for... I guess it would be for like Shockwave at this point, but we don't even know where the other two... We don't even know where 2 of our Kongs are. We have no idea on that.
Yeah. It's definitely better to push and get more hints, I think. Charles did get the DK medal. It's a melon.
Womp womp. Good try. Oh, Grape Shooter on Isles Cranky. Whoa.
Okay.
Hello. That's nice, but not really going to do anything right now. Speaking of things that are easy to forget about, Isles Cranky. Super easy to forget about when you don't have Shockwave to motivate you to come here at the start of a seed. That guy falls out of favor all the time. So level 2 is our first look at his caves. Okay.
Interesting.
Oh wow, big hint. This is a second big main caves hint, so...
Chunky and Kongs.
Key 5, this is our second key 5 hint. 7, 8 chunky Kongs. So this ties in with barrels pretty well.
There are 2 separate main caves areas hints.
Yes, and they are on the path to completely different stuff. So main caves is kind of loaded up. It's possible it's going to be like a tomato, probably like an ice castle splat. Is almost assuredly something good.
The main caves area stuff does really beg the question, where in the world is Carmen Sandiego? And by Carmen Sandiego, I mean Lanky Kong. Basically.
Now that we have a second key 5 hint as well, it's probably no longer Galleon Lobby. We don't really need to think about that anymore. Ooh, Cave Shop's Tiny Phase. That's probably one of our Tiny Phase items, and then the other is probably in main caves, if I had to guess.
Yeah, Fetter probably on the shop.
Or Mini, either or. Doesn't really matter.
Yeah, I always feel like Fetter's the one that is always more likely to be not connected to anything else. Mini just has so many checks.
Lanky can be found by Tiny in caves. Finally, a little more info on where Lanky is, and we just see a Lanky potion on Caves Candy.
Yeah, that's
so that could be our Feather Mini. That seems pretty likely to me. Fits pretty well.
Okay.
Holy opted to go back to Aztec. I think maybe he just wants the info here.
I think that's not bad. He saw Aztec shop the Diddy phase 2, right? So he knows he has to come back here anyway, so may as well just get the hints.
Pretty good odds he scoops up Rocket Barrel or Peanut as well. One of the two.
Yeah. It has to be peanut or has to be peanut or a thing that gives peanut. I don't know.
Right. I think I like being in caves a little more though, because you don't really need this stuff right now.
Caves
Okay.
monkey ported blue.
Okay.
That's lanky. That's lanky.
Well, we're gonna find out when we run over there.
Yeah, but oh my god, you need twirl, port, and mini, which I believe now makes the thing in the shop have to be better because I'm pretty sure the other tiny move was to Kong's.
No,
or
it
at
can't be
least
like.
at
It can't.
minimum.
Hang on. Well, stop the presses. It can't be. We have two separate tiny carol hints, and neither of them point to Kongs.
Oh, you're right.
So either that item in the shop is not related. Okay, Galleon Donkey 5-door ship, and there's bongos.
Okay.
Bongos makes a lot of sense here because bongos will get you key 5 in factory lobby.
Yes.
The diving is way the horde. Color me shocked.
Double hinted. Double hinted. Let's go.
Color me shocked. Well, I suppose it could be double hinted. The thing is we did start with charge and guitar, so there's a possibility, or we started with charge, so it's a possibility like Diddy Mountain ends up as a hillside item of import, but...
Well, we know that peanut can only be the Diddy face, so it can't be.
That could be Rocket Barrel. I don't know. Let's just make it weird.
It cannot be Rocket Barrel.
It can't be. You're right. Let's just make it weird. I just wanted to make it weird, all right? You're right.
No,
You got me.
I was with you on there on the feather mini split thing there, but no, that one in Aztec shops is absolutely somehow peanut. So
Which Aztec shop had an item? Hoy was moving kind of fast. It was probably just for a Kong we didn't have. I didn't see which one.
yeah, I believe so. I didn't see the Kong either, but I'm pretty sure it was on Candy. The worst glitch in the game.
Oh no.
Sorry, Hoy. There we go.
Ledges in DK64. Oh my god. Yes! Finally, somebody letting me have my fun. Yes! 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 One man in chat. Yes! Yes!
I'm here.
Alright, so what is that? Oh, that's a key. Okay, so that is key...
5?
7?
No, 7. 7. Ew.
I think that's 7. That is grab hinted way of the horde right there, by the way. So that's cool. That tracks with key 5 on Factory Bongo's pad.
Wow.
So I think we know where key 5 is. I'd be pretty surprised if it's not there. That said, Bongo's got so heavily hinted that we have to look elsewhere. So rotating cabin, and then possibly shooting cabin if we had a gun, but we don't.
Yeah, what's interesting is that Hoy knows that a Bongo's hinted thing is on Galleon. And so if Hoy could find his way out of here and into Galleon, which I think he might when he gets bongos, he might just get all the hints and then go, well, I can go get key 5 in factory lobby, go to Galleon, do 5-door ship. He might just do that as opposed to doing the other bongo stuff.
That makes sense. I think you're hard pressed to skip rotating cabin because there's 2 checks in here, but Charles just immediately runs straight to key 5 because this fits a little too well with bongos and grab. Or grab just got away the horde hinted. This is just key 5. I'd be floored if it were anything else.
I agree.
And now you're back at factory, so you can run in here and buy whatever's on Monkey as well, and maybe make sense of that. Is he getting bullied?
Yeah, Hoy fell.
Oh, brother. You get 1, you don't get 2.
Yeah, you don't
We went
get
over
2.
this. We went over this, man.
You're getting bullied now.
A lock in. Lock in! Here's our key 5. Charles picking level 4 out of his options. I mean, he hasn't seen this one, so...
Yeah, he's gonna go to Aztec first. See, it's Aztec. He might just leave.
Yeah, I wonder if he's fishing for a specific level here. So he gets that monster hint, but that's not the bongos he picked up. I don't even know if he has that bongos hint. I think that's an Aztec.
Yes, it's an Aztec. The bongos wall hint is an Aztec. Or, well, the 5-door ship, what I mean.
Well, the 5-door ship hint was an Aztec, but like the big multipath for bongos, I think that was in... That might have been in Caves. Oh yeah, that was in Caves lobby.
Yeah.
So yeah, he knows this bongos is important, but now he knows there's something else that he has to look out for in main Caves.
Do we know that the bongos is not the one that Tiny Chunky and it's the other one? Do we have...
Well, it just got us key 5, so it has to be that one.
Right, because key 5 is on that path.
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, so that's the one. Okay,
Can we tie it into any other hint? We can tie it in with barrels, so like bongos plus barrels for something? Thoughts?
Barrels.
That does not sound like much.
Bongos plus barrels?
Maybe like a metal somewhere? Ooh.
I don't think so. I can't think of any bongos and barrels overlapping.
Something horrifying like... Not even, just nothing? Alright, well, fair enough.
Yeah, 0, right?
It may be, like, some weird metal in, like, galleon, I don't know. Yeah, just, or a weird caves metal or something, I don't know.
Boulder in the rotating cafe.
Of course, that's what we do. We go take a boulder, we kidnap a boulder and run it somewhere. I can't believe I didn't think of that.
So today I learned that chat is actually the incarnation of Spike_SSBU.
Yeah, no kidding. I mean, you could run into some other weirdness, like maybe Bongos gets you something and then you take it with barrels, so like maybe you find Hunky and then Hunky plus barrels gets you a Dogadon too. That's kind of a deep...
You know what?
Or the worm. The worm would be easier.
Here's the thing, right? So, we know that Castle Room's chunky, yeah? And Boulders is too. So what if some of this stuff gives punch and then you get like Hunky or Gone in Chunky's museum?
I like that. I like that a lot. Fits pretty well. I'm looking at the... Yeah. God, barrels is weird, though. They do be weird.
I honestly think barrels might just be, like, split apart. Like, barrels for Chunky might be in the rooms. Barrels for Kongs might just be on, like, the castle boss, which is only to Kongs. And then barrels for 8 might just be for, like, a third different thing.
Charles will look at the museum, and apparently it's dead, so... We can forget about that.
Okay, so not right.
I'm kind of surprised neither of them went and bought the item off of Funky in Factory. That seems kind of good to me.
True. It doesn't have to be the Funky's to key 3. That's just an assumption we're making.
Storage to 7 in Kongs. What the heck? That's a new hint. And that's our Forest, level 6, I believe.
Yes.
What the heck? 7 in Kongs is a weird combo, so maybe you have to use Bongos?
Is it Punch, maybe? Does Bongos find Punch?
I want to know what's in Donkey's 5-door ship, because this seems like the next step in the chain. It's something we can do right now.
Agree.
And we just found Galleon. Can we get in? 15? Yes, sir. Let's roll.
The levels are being nice today.
What's on this door? We are also getting a boatload of path hints, so for all the talk I said about a fast seed, who knows anymore, because this is looking like a monster. Chunky...
Did he run my Chunky in Caves?
Oh, Chunky in Caves is weird. I guess that fits with like a Hunky... Did we see Diddy in the Igloo area? I don't think we did.
No, he's not in the Hunky Igloo.
So then we would need Triangle...
Oh, yo, it's this path. It's this thing. Okay, a few weeks ago, I ended up with a seed where there were 2 separate things. If you don't have Rocket Barrels, if you don't have Rocket Barrel to open the igloo on the one side, or Triangle and Gone to do the other one, then it's always barrels locked. Chunky's metal in caves is always barrels locked if you can't get into either of his igloo or cabin.
Interesting.
And I think that might be the case. So I think it's on Chunky Metal now.
That would fit pretty well. We also just got huge info in that Blast is punch locked and our access to key 8. So there is a Chunky K roll item on the path to key 8 guaranteed. So punch, barrels is probably getting us punch now. Like, that fits really well. Because it probably also gets us Kongs in the form of Diddy in caves somewhere. That seems okay. Or a punch for a Castle Metal. Because Castle Metals are also kind of horrible sometimes. And the Castle Metal hint pointing at Kongs. This is a twisty seed, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Turns out when you get a mountain of multipath hints, it kind of turns into a mess.
Woohoo. Trying to piece together what it would be for... You know what? I'm going to use the CB calculator as shout out Belong.
Yeah, also insane that you could actually get the blast hint from here, because Charles is at 17 GBs when you pick that up. All 7 levels are that cheap. That's insane. So we can get into whatever level we want. So the world is your oyster. You have all your keys. You have whatever you need. All right. Donkey 5-door ship. What do you got for us? Hoy, running it. The most important hinted thing.
Okay.
And hopefully this just unravels everything.
Barrels and Pineapple is enough. Barrels and Hunky is enough. Barrels, Gorilla Gone, Triangle are enough. And then if you don't have those, Pineapple, Gorilla Gone, Triangle are enough as well. But I think those 3 moves are unlikely to all show up at equal spacing, especially given we have like a Rooms Chunky phase that might just lock Gone.
That's probably Hunky at this point, right?
Hunky, yeah. I think it's going to be Hunky. It could be Pineapple.
Tiny 5-door cabin just got hinted, so we need sacks and oranges?
Oh, God.
Huh?
What is happening?
There's punch. Okay,
There's
good,
punch.
Good call on punch. So punch is pretty likely to get us punch plus barrels for...
My brain says the 7 and Kongs thing is the punch thing in factory, which is exactly where Hoy's going.
Great
Not the shockwave one, obviously, but the
dark room?
The dirt. Yeah, the dark room. Not the dirt, but yeah.
Dark room fits pretty well. Oh, there's a slam.
Oh, the slam!
Alright, well. That's not hinted as of yet, but it is great to have in your pocket. That's for sure. So storage is, I believe, our destination. It's entirely possible you could... Can you scoop up Chunky's metal yet? With punch?
In caves?
In
No.
factory.
In factory? Not logically, no.
Because you'd really like to be getting whatever item is on factory metals at this point, because it points you to Kongs.
Triangle would do it. Punch and triangle are sufficient to be able to get that metal.
Or coconut, probably, to get you the 20 on production. Surely that's enough.
Yeah, CG would also work too. It's not that.
GB in the dark room, dang. I think we saw the arcade room too, and it's not that.
Yeah, I agree. Okay, so we're on the search for something else behind punch. Galleon punch.
We know
looking
blast
good.
is punch locked. Could that help us here? That one's tricky. Is it like blast like DK metal in factory? In factory?
Isn't blast on the battle arena in Galleon?
Yes, and that's punch locked. So we could get that right now. Charles knows that. Hoy does not.
Oh, you're right. That's what it is, isn't it? Yeah, and then Galleon punch checks is definitely like a good call. I think Hoy didn't peek the museum, and so he's going to museum right now.
Mm-hmm. I don't hate that. I don't hate. I don't know. I don't hate. That's just a good platitude. A good way to live your life. Don't hate. Did we see what Aztec shop had the item? I missed it again. I know Charles just ran through Aztec and
I feel like it's candy.
Was it candy? Who knows? It's not funky. I know that, so we can get it wherever it is. So whatever. Candy lanky.
Candy lanky.
Thank you. So that should be trivial whenever you pick that up. It might just be key 3. I didn't even. Again, I completely missed it again. Oh yeah, bean seed. By the way, where the heck is the bean? Can we pick that out yet? I don't think we have any idea what's on the beanstalk, so we're kind of stuck there. Charles taking his punch back to the caverns because there's all sorts of good stuff here. He knows he's getting something out of the arena that he needs for starters. And then 2 more checks here. Always good. Oh, would you look at that? I love this.
That is enough for the factory chunky metal.
Factory chunky metal, and possibly... Yep. Would that also get you Caves chunky metal?
No. You would need Gorilla Gone to be able to do that at this point.
Ooh. That's tough. And Gorilla Gone is probably going to be buried somewhere given that we have so many chunky Carol hints.
At this point, any one of Pineapple, Hunky Chunky, or Gone will all give it there.
Got some grisly metal logic in this seed, that's for sure. See how they handle it.
The more I have learned the metal logic
for
for Season 4, the faster I have gotten. And I think it's a huge sticking point for this season. It's so nasty. There's so many awful, awful ones.
There's a lot to unpack, that's for sure. going to 50 makes stuff real tricky. So Hoy finally returning to check punch checks in Galleon. Is good.
So here's the danger for Hoy. Hopefully he doesn't fall into this trap. He's about to get triangle here, yeah? He doesn't know that Blast is on the battle arena because he didn't micro hint. So if he takes this and leaves immediately, it's a real danger.
That's only important. That's only important if we need Blast immediately. So which is not a given. We have no idea if we need Blast or not. It's going to get hinted. So all it really costs him is just a revisit, which isn't too expensive. So it's not a total disaster. But if we need Blast,
my worry is that Blast is what we need for the for this SNA to 7 Kongs.
Right. If we do need Blast, it is kind of a disaster. Yeah. Ooh, I love this Isles check. Wait a minute. Triangle barrels? Let's talk.
This makes sense.
No dice.
Not quite.
Don't forget your Isles checks, folks. Big one. Are we getting arcade round 2? Give me Blast. Give me Grab. Let's go. Or round one. We can stay humble.
Hoy thinks it's barrels plus pineapple, and he's going to go do the with grab, and he's going to do the mills check.
Uh-oh. All
but
right.
It is saxophone slam.
So we definitely need that blast. That's looking a lot worse for Hoy now. So
okay.
So key 7 is the beanstalk?
Yes, and the orange is cabin, tiny cabin, or blanky.
Well, no, because I think key 7 is still... Key 7 still makes more sense to me as the igloo key that we've seen. I think key 7 might be like shockwave. Or the beanstalk might be like shockwave or something crazy. Or like oranges. That would be funny.
Could be oranges. That'd be very funny.
We got tiny 5-door cabin hinted. I think that's where lanky is.
Yeah, I agree that's where lanky is for sure.
Oh my god, that's so obnoxious. Okay, so then oranges is probably on a castle metal then, right? That's the solo Kong's hint. Oranges is not going to help you with anything besides specifically that check, basically.
I agree, yes.
So maybe that's what Charles is headed now, but the problem is if that is oranges, then we still don't have Tiny, who's hidden behind Shockwave, which is probably on a factory CB?
Factory metal, yeah. And here's the thing, Charles just left factory. He did the dark room punch thing and got some of the chunky CBs there and didn't complete that metal. I don't know if he knows for the moment. I'm sure he will come to the conclusion, but I don't know if he knows at this moment in time that Chunky's metal in factory is available. It's nasty. It's a nasty one. You have to remember those 10 CBs up in the toy monster, which is brutal.
That is brutal without Hunky. You're never going in there. This is one of the most technically complex seeds I can recall in recent memory. This is
under to Chunky, huh?
Oh, rooms and underground, both solo chunky carol, so one leads you to the other, maybe?
That's so wild. Yeah, maybe. That's possible.
That seems likely to me, even, because we're kind of running out of rooms checks. It's not museum. It's not... It's not library. Don't tell me it's like a tower.
Really could be. That's what I'm thinking. I'm also laughing at Mumbo was here on his boss portal.
You know that son of a gun's always checking the bosses. It's just Charles keeping himself honest. Like I gotta make sure I'm looking at the bosses. We're good.
True.
So is it perhaps the castle boss is a potential answer for Shockwave? Right, doable.
Possible.
Not chunky minecart. Oh, that's a clear vial. Let's talk.
That's oranges. That's oranges.
You think that's oranges?
Yes. It's oranges for Kongs. It's Kongs only, right?
Totally. You're right. I was conflating it with the factory CB. This seed is crazy and just in complexity. Like, God help you if you haven't had a notepad writing down all your hints this whole time. This is probably incomprehensible. Like, this is just how do you even follow this?
Here's the thing with Hoy, right? Hoy really wants to be doing the mills barrel plus triangle check. The problem is Hoy doesn't have a gun to make a day.
Oh wow! Oh my God! Neither of them have guns yet. What is going on in this? This seed sucks.
You cursed it. I told you.
No, I didn't. I kind of did, didn't I? Ah, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That's our third potion we've seen Lanky by the way. So yeah. That's sick. Yeah. Thank you, Forced Funky. Very cool. Oh, and now the boss is here. Oh no.
Penny made this seed, I believe.
This one's Penny's doing. Some rare form. Eesh. Alright, so what does the beanstalk have? We can actually get a look here. I thought the beanstalk might have... No, the beanstalk probably... I don't even want to know. Is that
purple?
What did we think that was again?
We think that's...
Oh my God, it's oranges!
That's predicted. and then
Was that a purple vial up there? If that's a purple vial,
I think so.
That's probably... Twirl, then. Oh my God. So then key 7 is going to point you to the beanstalk. Which means Japes CBs. Japes CBs have the bean? That fits pretty well for me. I guess port or twirl. Either one gets you. Either port.
Because Mini Monkey is in the main caves area, as we thought, because that's already a 7, right?
Right.
So Mini Monkey's there. You already have Sax, which is a 7, and Kongs, and obviously Sax gives you the Kong part over there. And then, so yeah, it's only the bean you're missing at that point, and it's definitely bean on JCB's.
Oh my god, he tried to buy the DK potion, but he's broke. He's poor. Poor.
Wait, chat, pointers, poor.
Man, if only he had come here earlier and not spent his coins on frivolous purchases. Oh my god, that's brutal. Where do you get DK coins here at? Because I think he's got them all in the front on his first pass.
Yeah. There's chat actually doing it. Oh my god, no.
It's like bottom. It's the bottom of the pole, I guess, is your best DK coins. That's horrible.
The bottom of the pole is chunky coins. Oh, you mean the other pole?
The bottom of the production
we
pole.
can grab those ones. Yeah. Ooh, okay.
Ugh.
Chat out here doing it for me. Let's go.
Oh man, he wasn't even the one who like missed the rainbow coin earlier. Like, Hoy was the one who whiffed on it. That's oh my god.
Oh yeah.
I do like Hoy clearing out forest though, even though we don't really have anything strongly hinted in forest that we can do. More hints seems like kind of the answer on the seed. We need help. Send help.
Yeah, he needs blast and stuff, but as we figured out, blast is really only currently useful for oh, here's Charles. He's getting the chunky metal. He knows now. I think at least I hope he does.
I don't think he is. He's getting the.
I
think he's just getting the bananas because they're there. I don't know if he's thinking about the chunky metal that you have to go into the toy monster room for, which is crazy.
When you have 40, I'm sure you have to know about 50, right? Surely.
Okay.
Surely you're not gonna
okay. I'm getting a lot of slander for thinking that the seed might be quick. I think I told no lies. I think I told no lies, and that when you get four keys solo hinted on path hints, like that's kind of looking like that's just exactly where all the keys are. And as it turns out, I was correct on 3 of them. It just so happens the key 7 is just a demon.
Strong
Unlucky.
Kong,
Unlucky. And you did all that for Strong Kong. Enjoy.
Don't save quit out, Charles. Don't you do it. Go up there. Go up.
You know, we did get.
Yep. No, he doesn't know. He doesn't know.
Okay, so the problem is because we got funky in Castle Underground, things got a little weird because that Strong Kong could be on the path to Chunky K Rool in Castle Rooms, but we've already seen the library, so it's not that. Man, that's a great Castle Library clue, but we know it's not there, so whoops. My bad. I guess there's 2 more potions that could be on Funky, which is just incredible.
Yeah, could just be for.
Or no, just one more. Just the Forest Funky one. And now Charles is getting his
right. The other one's
so.
on lanky. Yeah.
Time for the mushroom hint. Please, give us the goods. Just tell us factory donkey metal. Oh no, it's just
key 7. What a hint! Smile.
That's not a hint. That's not real. That's just key 7. Thank you very much, game. All right, so if we think, oh wait,
Rabbit Blitz.
The rabbit, the main character, has worked his way into the seed yet again. Yet again. So here is something. I think this is port or twirl. It's port. This is, well, I guess we need
that.
This.
Yeah.
We do need that, so that probably puts twirl on top of the beanstalk then?
Yeah, 100%.
Which means you could skip it.
Skippable twirl.
Which means you could skip the bean.
Which means that the rabbit has shown his face in the seed, but the bean is skippable and you can let it rot there. This is a seed for me. This is my seed.
The semantics are unbelievable. The rabbit blitz has blitzed you past the bean. This is devastating. How the bean leavers may never recover from this one.
Let's go! No, I mean you obviously rolled it, but this is a seed. This is a seed for me. This is a seed for my soul. This is so good.
Unbelievable.
Everyone who skips bean is DQ'd forever.
The problem is we don't have any reason to go back to Japes ever. So if you think it's just twirl on a metal, then you can just forget about it.
Yeah, you just do twirls.
Or if you think it's the bean on the metal, and then it's which gets you twirl on the beanstalk, you actually do forget about it because as much as we love climbing the beanstalk, it's not fast. It is in the middle of nowhere.
Hand over my soul.
Okay, Hoy looking at this potion wants to probably cry because not only can he not buy it, he could have bought it this whole time, but...
He can get the 3 coins at the back, can't he? He never went and got it, no?
Hopefully. I mean... And yeah, he wants to know what potion it is, but he's not going to know. Fortunately, it's not anything particularly useful immediately, but he's probably freaking out now, which is, you hate to see it. Your point's looking in danger? Buddy, I think your points got thrown in the wood chipper. If they managed to claw back 3 Kongs in half an hour, I'd be shocked.
Not happening. And chat, this is very important. All right, ready? You've asked if to hand over my soul. You think I'm a fan of the rabbit and I still have a soul left? That's a big assumption there. Have you seen his eyes? Have you seen his eyes?
Forget the 1 hour mark. This one's not getting all our Kongs by the 1:15 mark. This is crazy. Well, I mean, I guess it could come together pretty quickly. We know we have a pretty good lead on where Lanky is. Diddy is, I don't know, Shockwave is in the wind. Probably on some horrendous factory chunky metal.
That's what I'm saying. And he needs Hoy needs blast.
That is.
They're both doing separate like weird things. Hoy, I guess weird in quotation marks.
Well, okay. Wait.
Because Hoy is not peaked the Hoy's not peaked the level 8 thing to know where blast is, and Charles has not figured out that he can do the metal for chunky.
I can't believe it. This actually fits because to slow it to rein it in a little bit. We gotta somehow make this one understandable. Diving got us punch out of the 5-door ship. Diving is on the path to 7, 8 chunky Diddy Kongs. The factory metal rewards are on the path to 8 chunky Diddy Kongs, which means that diving could be leading you to punch, which then gets you your factory chunky metal because it locks both, or because diving locks both punch and then punch locks triangle. This is heinous. Who knows where pineapple's in the wind?
By that logic,
you probably just buy a pineapple off one of these shops with Lanky or something.
Yeah, almost certainly.
Or coconut.
It's definitely locked behind it somehow. Actually, buying it off a shop with Lanky wouldn't imply that there's a assumed Kong thing happening. I think it has to be a little bit more locked than that for this logic to make sense.
There's logic in the scene, rest assured. It's just really twisty because we're talking about like we're getting pulled in like 3 different directions. We're getting pulled in the beanstalk direction to try and find the bean, which I think we have a grip on now. I think. We're getting pulled in the shockwave direction completely somewhere else to try and pull Tiny somehow, which kind of looks like it's the winning ticket at this point is shockwave to get you Tiny and some forest dirt, either dirt patch. We could do either of them. I don't even know which one it is. Factory chunky metal. This is diabolical. Punch and triangle, sure enough, that's enough, but that's, oh my god.
I
think at this point they're just running out of options, right? Hoy is following the well, okay, he didn't get Strong Kong, but he's kind of he's shortcutting what looks like a good Strong Kong lead. Ugh.
I actually chat is saying it's deranged. I actually beat Sauser on this exact metal logic in a seed the other week. Sauser didn't know it either. I had to explain it to him. It was really funny.
Okay, you didn't have to put him on blast like that. You could have just said you won a race based on that. You just had to instead just dunk on him. You just had to dunk on the man.
Yeah, I did. I did. He's beaten me enough times.
All right, there you go. So the
what did Sauser do to me?
And so the beef begins. Oh, boy. That's your second fall off castle now. This is lock in. Lock in, brother. Lock in. Alright, port for Charles, and he's probably like, oh, well, that kind of sucks. Or, well, actually, he's probably pretty happy.
Probably happy about it.
He gets to skip the beam now, yeah. Alright, fair enough. Assuming we can figure out where Mini Monkey is, probably Mini Monkey's probably just like on the tomato, right? I don't think there's anything else at this point it could possibly be.
I'm of the same opinion.
Mini Monkey on the tomato, feathers on candy. Tiny Carol's good. Well, you have oranges too.
All the chunky hints, yeah. We're not even buying that shop, are we? I have oranges.
Speaking of oranges, Hoy does need to make sure he does not leave here without oranges, because I don't think, unless you really want to like roll the dice on Tiny 5-door cabin, which you really don't want to do, you're probably going to need to get oranges.
Definitely.
All right, here comes the Sow's redemption arc. For your information, I did know it and did not have to have it explained to me. All right, there you go.
It's a lie. It's a lie.
You can pick a side in this beef.
That's no beef. Sounds like my friends. I have to bully him. Check the VOD.
You're trying to make
check the VOD.
You're trying to start beef. I'm keeping it a buck here. This is how beef starts.
True. I just gotta bully my friend. Is I resent that slander is spoken in print. It's libel.
Beef knows no bounds. It needs no structure. We'll sustain ourselves on this prime rib while they dig through the rest of this world. Probably to find nothing. I think we're running out of options too. Like they're gonna just like have to like start doing awful checks now because there's just no options. Heard the dink for Hoy, so he's definitely thinking the boss.
Hoy's going for the boss, and then he's gonna have to pick his own thing. And then, so yeah, I mean, honestly, for Charles, this is when do you think of that medal in factory, and for Hoy, it's when do you think to get blast.
He's got oranges to make it day. This is out of logic, but this might be nice. I don't know what for, but it might be nice.
Oh, Hoy's gonna get baited right back here as well. I guarantee you, Hoy's been wanting to do this particular check for an age. Oh my god.
I mean, you just get like a hint here, right? That's it. That's just a GB.
Oh, okay, right.
Yeah.
The GB colors are weird. I thought that was a white vial.
No panic, no panic. Is factory chunk is Force chunky metal available? What's he doing? Oh, is he just gonna do kegs just straight up? I guess you can.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That's what Hoy was trying to do as well.
I forgot that the caves is actually just straight up in logic. What the heck?
Well, it's not, because we don't have a gun.
We don't have a gun. That's the craziest way I've seen kegs be out of logic. You have everything besides anything to make it night. What's going on? Do we have 3 Kongs and Helm? We have a stinker of a factory chunky metal is what we're thinking.
Yeah. Where? Okay, so
can you assemble? Pop quiz. Can you assemble factory chunky metal with this current inventory?
Here's my question to you. Yeah, we know where Lanky is. He's in Tiny's 5-door cabin.
Oh, right. Very likely there. Not guaranteed, but very likely.
Well, I mean, oranges and it's off-hinted and oranges if they're Kongs only. I think it has to be, but yeah.
I would be shocked if it's not. Yeah, you're right.
Kong hints otherwise. Tiny's on dirt patch now, so we think Shockwave is going to be getting there. So the real question is, where is Diddy in caves? And my brain is saying it's probably on Chunky's metal.
Caves Chunky's metal fits pretty well.
Yeah.
Or shops to key 3. Wait, what? Huh? Oh, yep. Okay, yep. So the castle underground hint is funky, and then caves shops, or the factory funky potion, or the forest funky potion that you buy with Lanky probably helps you get key 3 somewhere. So
yeah,
wherever that is, we're good to go. Oh. Yeah, this seed kind of is a bit of a stinker, isn't it? Charles is back in factory. Charles is back in castle. I don't even know what he's thinking. The shed? Ooh, I actually don't hate this, but I don't think this is it. Yeah, Hoy's looking at his hints. Yeah, we got one of those seeds, folks. We're an hour in and we're not gonna have any Kongs.
Hoy. Grab the micro.
Well, that too. He's actually been in every level. He could know that the micro is available. Not that. Like if you pick a blast there, you're like, how is this any useful? Like what do I do with this? Maybe you could make it work. Your blast leads you to sacks, which is good, and maybe that helps you like unpack some stuff. But that's really weird.
Hoy heading into here. Does he think? Does he know?
Does he know? This is tricky because he doesn't have the sacks or he doesn't have the blast sacks combo that Charles has, but if he pulls factory chunky metal here, he could unravel the whole seed in a hurry. Oh, Gorilla Gone in Caves Lobby. Whoa. This is good. That's punch locked too. So that makes sense that that's also punch locked.
Yeah. So it's just those two you might be able to get Diddy now, because
Yeah.
Gorilla Gun means you can get chunky metal.
You can get chunky metal, or you can get chunky metal. Yeah, very likely you can get Diddy because you can do the Gorilla Gun.
Yeah.
You can do the Gorilla Gun check. You can do cabin. Oh my god, he's going in.
Okay.
Oh my god, is this it? This is a wild factory chunky metal if this is it. Huge pull. This is... He's not getting it here, but he'll get close enough. The fact that he's thinking this is big.
This is sufficient, for sure. The other 15, it's 5 on the pad near Snides and 10 on the pole towards production.
Meanwhile, chunky 5-door cabin is Diddy, and we can do it now. So big find for Charles. This gives him a little more action, but I'm not really sure what you do with Diddy.
Yeah, it honestly might even pull him further away. Like,
yeah, he might start trying like factory Diddy metal now. And Cave's chunky metal has never been closer, so here we go. Oh, you can do trophy flip. Now that we've seen that potion in Cave's lobby, so you'll do that like right now. I'm not so sure on the production climb. I don't think the production climb makes sense. Oh, brother, you did not miss that star. There's no like potions to buy with Diddy, so it's basically just whatever you get with Diddy. Just whatever you think you can get with Diddy. Or there's nothing, I don't think there's anything hinted with Diddy either. It's just not really good. I don't know. Oh, is he poor too? He's poor! Oh my god. You know, we actually did get a Kong sub hour. That's crazy. That's unbelievable. Surely we've seen this hint door. Oh, okay, wow. We actually haven't seen that hint door.
2 potions in caverns.
And
that would help Hoy too. That would certainly help Hoy. We've seen both. It's the blast and the triangle.
We've seen them both, sure enough. It's not Cave's chunky metal. Well, okay, we were thinking that for Diddy, so yeah, never mind. That's completely irrelevant now. Cave's chunky metal is no longer important now that we have Diddy in our pockets. And he's taking Diddy to factory. I bet he's thinking factory Diddy metal. He's like, it's got to be here. And this is the train of thought he needs to be on, because he might like start scavenging the back of his brain. Like, what could I get factory chunky metal if I do something insane, maybe? Yeah, he's fishing for another factory metal here. It feels like the most natural point of progression here, right? A large path, or a large path hint that doesn't have an answer yet, and looks pretty doable. Just intuitively, it looks doable.
Yeah, here's the real killer, right? So he's gonna end his path on this likely on the Diddy bananas surrounding the base of production. So when he gets nothing with Diddy there, will he think to grab the 20 above by doing backflips with Diddy?
I think he will.
I think the answer is yes. So I think he's about to get bailed by just having Diddy.
Yeah. That... just enough. Whatever it takes, though.
Oh, it's RBB!
What the heck?
No!
Okay, so
you need Diddy anyway, so Hoy has to find Blast and Gone behind
oh,
punch. Hoy,
that is...
check your punch checks, Hoy.
Oh my god, that is devastating. That is like the single worst thing that it could have been for Hoy. We were so sure it was Shockwave and it just like blows his seat open, but now it's just... he's back in the grinder. But he's missing a critical bit of information he could get, so he's kind of just forgot about the micro hint, I think. And here comes Charles. Charles is working his way of production.
He's trying to. This is a nightmare.
Oh, he hates it. Never mind.
He's leaving.
Maybe he thought of a better solution, which is the toy monster room. Maybe he thought of it. Yeah, anything is possible when you're slow presetting in DK64, because you could just kind of like make magic happen.
Oh yeah, he totally did. His frustration over not being able to get that was so annoyed that he's like, "Is there any other way?" And he thought of it. Okay. Oh my god.
No, go right, go right, go right. Oh, he's not going right.
Brain blasted.
Ah, he did not. He's not going to the caverns. Instead, we're getting a look at what exactly? Galleon chunky metal. This doesn't feel like it's it. I mean, maybe it could be if Shockwave points you in the right direction. But now with Diddy and Rocket Barrel, what the heck do you do? Okay, so here we go. Charles is going to get his Rocket Barrel. I want to see what he does with this because there's definitely not an obvious answer here. It could be you take Rocket Barrel like main cave. No, it's not main caves. So like just Aztec, I guess, right? Just one of the like billion checks in Aztec with Rocket Barrel. Fits pretty well. Do a Vulture Race. Do a Kasplat. I feel like that fits best. He's running the caves with it though. Which I don't hate this. I just don't think it's your answer.
Okay.
The reason I don't think it's your answer is because the main caves hint does not align with the rocket hint. So I don't think this is it. I think it's much more likely it's going to be like the tomato for mini or something on main caves.
Well, here's the good news for Hoy. Hoy's now about to get Diddy.
Oh, okay, here we go. So this will help.
So big action here for Hoy, because there's a lot of this seed still behind them that's like confused as all get out. And
well, riddle me this. Can you... Okay, no. You can't skip Sax, right? He's got to get Sax in the end because Sax locks Lanky. Right?
Yes, that's correct.
There's no way around it. Even if you could skip Sax with a Beanstalk, you're not skipping Sax for Lanky. That's a little unfortunate. But
if for no other reason than Lanky gets us key 3.
Presumably. It's not actually a key in the Forced Funky Shop. So it's whatever item you buy with Lanky then turns into key 3.
Imagine if that's skippable.
That would be messed up. That would be seriously messed up. I think there's other things you need to buy. I think... Oh, it's Aztec candy, Lanky. I think you need to buy a key there, right?
There is a potion there. No, there's a potion there.
Oh, that's Peanut. Yeah, you need to buy Peanut there for sure.
Okay, never mind. Yeah, you gotta get Lobster.
All right, we haven't escaped the clutches of Lanky Kong yet, but always right in the ship. Eventually, he might think about that micro hint, and if he gets Blast, then Blast could like point him to the right spot because Sax is path hinted in storage, and if you find Blast, you're like, aha. You might be able to piece it together.
The good news for Hoy is very much this: that Hoy is because he found Rocket Barrel before Charles, he's not out of it. He's literally only behind the Blast into Sax combo, which is very well hinted. Like as soon as you check that micro, you get it.
This is a genius pull from Charles. Open the igloo and then use barrels to get your shockwave. This fits perfectly. If this shockwave gets you...
Oh.
If this barrels gets you shockwave, this makes a ton of sense. The thing is I don't think this has to be here.
No, but you know where it could be?
You tell.
It doesn't have to be in this igloo.
Oh, no.
It could be in a different, more important igloo.
Oh, no. He's done it again.
Because Triangle's hinted.
Yep.
Here it is! It's time, chat! It's time!
Maybe it's not DK's. It can't be DK's because of where Strong Kong was. It's not. It could be here. It could just be any Rocket Barrel check in Aztec. It doesn't have to be here. Calm down. I don't think Diddy lower cabin is your answer. This doesn't make sense to me for Hoy.
I mean, I guess Shockwave could be here.
Here? I don't think so.
Does Shockwave do anything besides Kongs, as far as we can tell? I don't think so.
Oranges would not be. Oh, actually, I guess
Kong.
It could be, I guess. In theory, but no,
it's just gonna be on the rabbit.
This doesn't use Rocket Barrel, so this is. Oh wait, it does.
It does.
Oh,
it absolutely does.
Wait, lock in.
Locked.
Lock in.
Is this on Shockwave? It's Shockwave.
Oh! I was wrong. I've been had.
And the rabbit still made its way into the seed.
I've been bamboozled. There you go. And the rabbit still managed to pull his slide in. Son of a gun. Boy, with a huge hit there. I mean, he picked like a random Rocket Barrel check, basically. Like, you could have picked any Rocket Barrel check in the game, and I don't think lower cabin would have come across my mind first. Like, the igloo makes so much more sense. It's just better density. Aztec has more checks. I guess not that many more. Not that many more checks, but he's got a couple.
We already had a rabbit blitz up on the pad that gave us monkey port, so rabbit's already more important. This was just bonus.
What is this? Is this like a slam in Donkey Kong?
What is this? Oh, no way.
Uh-oh.
It's Sniper Scope.
Oh my god. What are you doing here?
Lanky Tower?
He's leaving! Oh, brother.
Oh, no. Okay. Hoy, just get yourself the micro hint.
It's free info. It's simply free info. You know you need blast, or you know you need whatever you need to get to the top of the Helm. In fact, if you think you can get up there, with monkey port, then you may as well go up there and check the ferry for free. This sniper bait is legendary. It's entirely possible though, that we actually do need sniper for castle rooms anyway. It's entirely possible that like this is actually good to do regardless for Charles if this is in fact. Well, I guess he doesn't have lanky yet, but in theory, it might be really good to have sniper if you need to do lanky tower. We don't know that.
So here's the interesting part. Hoy could actually have all his Kongs by 115 if he just checked the blast hint, or alternatively, if he had gotten the other hint in caves, which he just skipped, which he was right next to with rocket barrel for galleon to 2 potions. He just didn't grab it.
What is that tomato doing? Is that a tomato? No, that's just a mushroom guy with a really small head. That looked insane. I know the ballroom does weird stuff sometimes, but that was a... That one looked a little cursed. That was so cursed I couldn't identify what that enemy was. My god.
I do love that despite all the divergences and weird things we've had, our runners are high-fiving in midair high-fiving while in the ballroom.
An hour and 8 minutes in. This is actually unbelievable.
This is so
Sorry, let me rephrase. 69 minutes in, they're high-fiving to the ballroom. Unbelievable. And it's a Vines minigame. Get owned, get owned, get owned.
Oh my god, it's a Vines minigame.
That is devastating.
Hey, you know what move would let you do this?
Oh my god.
Twirl.
You think Twirl gets you there? Oh, Hoy.
Maybe. I think so.
Hoy, what are you doing, buddy? There's no way. This is so hard. I think it's allegedly doable with DK, and that might be what he's banking on, but it's just so insane. Is he actually just gonna be here until he gets it?
I think so. I think he's going for it. And yeah, if you went and did the bean thing with this, you could get this with Twirl, but I think you can get this with just DK, yeah?
Yeah, that's crazy. I don't think Charles isn't buying it. He's like, nah, I think Vines would be hinted somewhere if this was the case. It just doesn't fit. He's got to go back to caves, though, which is going to be a tough pull, because I think that's basically going to be a last location for him for Rocket Barrel. He runs through here. He can't do anything in the lighthouse. There's nothing in Japes. Forest doesn't have anything accessible. Yeah, he has to go back to factory now, basically. If it's not, or if he finds nothing here of interest, it just isn't here. Yeah, Hoy's not having it. That is a crazy, crazy hard trick to do. Really helps to have Twirl there, among other things.
Potion on Vulture, apparently.
Oh wow, yeah, I guess he's doing it. He's doing it for some reason. Charles, he doesn't know it, but he doesn't know he needs to be hoping that it's a bait vial, or just a junk vial. But he kind of needs it to be, otherwise he's gonna run into problems because lower cabin is diabolical.
Can Hoy please, for the love of God, get the micro?
The horrible thing about lower cabin is that he knows he needs to go back to Tiny's cabin with oranges. Mm-hmm. So he's going to be putting it off until he finds Tiny, which is behind Shockwave, and then so on and so forth.
Sprint. Wait,
no.
It could be that Mini Monkey's behind Beetle Ray.
No, I don't think so.
It tracks.
No, it doesn't track with the rocket hint.
Oh, does it not? Is rocket not overlap the same way?
No, because the main caves leads to key 7, and Rocket Barrel does not.
Oh, boo.
So it's not.
Okay, all right.
It's not the Beetle Race. We can rein that one in. Wild Vulture Race though. That's crazy. Unresolved Path to Chunky Underground. Yeah. Okay. Look, there's a lot of unresolved stuff going on here. It's kind of a mess. All right. It's kind of a mess.
Look, but
that is pure unresolved. Too.
Anytime I'm on the mic, I am the heel commentator. You have to understand this. Of course, I'm willing all the curse stuff into existence.
So if we put Hunky on the ballroom, we can put Vines in Castle Underground somewhere as the solo Chunky K roll, and then the ballroom would be the solo Chunky K roll hint. That fits pretty well.
Yeah,
I like that a lot. So that
I agree with that.
That's one answer. Which underground check it is, I don't know, but we can do a lot of them, so I'm not really worried about it. And with that, dare I say it, the seed is pretty close to solved. Dare I say it.
Yeah.
We don't know which Castle Underground check it is, but once we do know, I think the seed is just like done and dusted. because everything else kind of lines up. Charles is looking for the shockwave that Hoy found in Diddy lower cabin. Hoy is looking for the sacks that Charles found via blast.
Yes.
Via the micro hint for blast, which gets you to the top of Crime Isle, which he still hasn't looked at yet.
Because they're both just locked by. Oh, Hoy.
Here we go. Well, no, this doesn't help him because, like, well, I guess it kind of does.
It's two caverns.
Two caverns.
He knows.
There you go.
Because we only got one.
Maybe he thinks he might think it's pineapple locked or something. Like, or maybe he thought he got 2 potions in the punch locked area. But
that would be very devastating if he did. Yeah,
that would be very bad to misremember. But there's a chance. It's only 1 check though. It basically has to be exactly on the arena. It's much more likely that the micro hint bails him out than that hint.
True.
No, and it's not to say that the seed is solved, but the seed is looking close to solved with combined perspective. I guess there's this 1 rocket barrel checking for us that Charles remembered. I mean, who would ever forget the top of the mushroom barrel? That's just crazy. Who would ever do that?
Please. I'm the Scott Steiner of DK64. I will recite you the Steiner math right now if I have to. I'm not gonna, but I could.
Love this flip up, rotating cabin.
Right?
That is as finicky as it looks, I tell you what. Alright, back to caves for Charles. He's like, okay, fine, I'll go back to caves. You got me. There's 1 more rocket barrel check here. And this is exactly what he needs. This'll put him back on track. Meanwhile, Hoy is getting run over. Not on the right track. If he runs to blast right now, it's very even, I think. They're basically dead even on GBs, which is crazy. Almost. I mean, Charles 9 blueprints, Hoy's 8. 33 GBs for Hoy, 34 GBs for Charles. That's ridiculously. It's very tight on those numbers. We do got to get to 64 at some point, so that'll take a minute.
Come on, Hoy. Figure it out.
No mini, he really wants to do this, but he cannot. It shan't be done.
To be honest, the medals in season 4
oh my god, he tried to buy something and was broke.
Oh no, poor point chat, poor.
Unbelievable. We've had 3 instances of being poor in this season. That's crazy,
baby.
Twice on the same, or no, this is like the 4th instance. Hoy was too broke for the grape shooter for a while. Oh my god, this is his 3rd broke boy moment. That's devastating.
It's broke boy life.
All right, shockwave for Charles. He's on the hunt. He gets tiny here. He gets lanky immediately. He gets the full Kong set in hour 15, as foretold. Here it comes. Wowza.
I can't believe it's. Remember when I said getting blasting would be huge, and you're like, well, only if it has sacks. And yeah, it turns out he got baited by the rabbit. It turns out the blast is the real only differentiator at this point.
He is so mad that he can't shoot the rabbit here. He wants to so bad. Not only can he not shoot the rabbit, he doesn't have any guns. He can't do it with a gun. He would have to like throw oranges or something. Yeah.
He's gonna orange it, 100%. He's gonna.
He's fuming. No, he has to do it. He has to do it because this could be his answer, right? It plausibly could be his answer, but he can't do it. Actually, this can't get him to. If he's thinking it's key 7 and key 7 is related to the beanstalk, then this can't get him sacks, which is what he's looking for. But I think it's too close to what could be an answer that he can't blow up the rabbit. And
yeah,
he is furious.
I'm expecting oranges thrown my Rapidy boy's way
Throw
in
one.
like 3, 2, 1. No, he just leaves. Okay.
He's locked in. All right, I told him to lock in, and he's locked in. Charles, you better not run out of oranges here. Oh my god, he almost did.
Almost did too.
He's out of oranges. Oh my god, Lanky, hello, welcome back. Back from the brink. So now we buy whatever this is with your 2 rainbow coins. Hopefully that's enough. Just enough. Good. That's your feather. Check. I mean, I guess he didn't need to buy that, but whatever. You don't hate to see it. Check.
honestly, with having 0 oranges right now, not having to worry about making sure that you get a fairy to have all your oranges, it's fine.
You're right, yeah. Well, there's a fairy at the top of Creme, so you'd always get that one.
True.
On your way out with a seed. Alright.
Alright, Hoy, this is your last shot, man. You gotta check that micro or go to Galleon.
What's crazy is that he's been in every level now. Like, he knows he could get that hint. If he, like, thought about that. He's like, wait, I've been in every level. The micro hint must be available. There's no B-Locker I haven't opened yet. And yet...
This is Galleon over here.
And yet... This is a variant of the LeBron James. It's not a check, it's just get your hints.
Yep.
Get your hints in aisles. Potion on the tomato. There we go. He's going to the prison. This is a desperate play.
He's just checking on his aisle shockwaves at this point.
Well, I think he wanted to steal something out of the prison, which is just way out of logic. Even more so out of logic than we know where Sprint is.
This is his best chance, in my mind, to get bailed out and get the thing.
It's really tough because it's not like it's not a natural thing to think, oh, I'm missing whatever. Like it might come across as an afterthought, just like, oh well, maybe blast is. I need blast by the end of the seed. I don't need it right now. That's a very easy line of thought to fall into. Unfortunately, he needs it right now, but he doesn't know that he needs it right now. So it's like you might just like punt on it, just like whatever, I'll get it later. I think enough time has passed that if you're chasing bad leads, you may as well do something that's required to beat the seed, right? Even if blast led to nothing, it still makes sense to pick it up by now because it's just something useful. All right, twirl cut for Charles. This is a big one. This is not easy to do. Your timer is a little bit tight. It's not super tight, but it is pretty tight. So you gotta swim pretty quick. You gotta make good cuts and you gotta make good jumps.
If you are looking on how to do this, there's a very excellent video on a Twitch clip by one chicken name here, L Rock, that really shows you how to do it.
I heard of that guy. He's pretty cool.
Right? Kind of sick.
All right, water oscillation off makes this super annoying. Fortunately, well, even surely this is doable with oscillation off. Yeah, it's just way more annoying. So that cost him a bunch of time. You want to get to the top with like 6 or 7 coconuts?
Yeah.
That's comfortable.
He should make it.
Any less than that, you are really stressing out.
Kick attack over here, grab this ledge, flip.
Weird thing with Tiny, if you like hold your back to, or if you put your back to a wall and then hold towards the wall when back flipping up, you like grab the ledge for some reason. It's just
this is not the wall, by the way.
Just one of those DK64 things. That wall kind of hates you, but it's just DK64 things that just works for some reason. So he's got enough. He should be fine. It'll be tight, but
yeah, I think 8 is more than enough. Yeah.
Yeah, I think 6 is like the bare minimum. If you have less than that, you're really struggling. You should make it with like 2 or 3 to spare here.
Meanwhile, Hoy's still thinking punch stuff and still hasn't gone back for the battle arena.
Good moves. 4 to spare. That's tough. That's really tough. Alright, bonk this idiot for the road. 5 is enough here? Yeah, alright. Maybe for the gamers. I guess I'm just a casual now. It's tragic. Key 7! Alright, great. You got key 7, now what?
I guess well, now you gotta figure out vines. Yeah, it's underground for vines, right?
Happy for you. Nice.
Good, yeah.
Yeah, great. Great. Just give the bean. Good for you.
Somewhere in Jungle Japes, a suspicious legume is slowly rotting. And you know what? Good.
I believe the term you're looking for is the questionable vegetable.
Ah, yes. I love that, actually, because it's both a questionable thing and it's not a vegetable, so it's questionable that way. Dude, I actually love that micro game.
My... So this is the worst thing you could have seen here. You have coconut on the path to key 3. Good luck. Just go figure it out. Some coconut check in the game gives you key 3. Just any of them.
And now,
any of them.
For something completely different.
Yeah, good luck. Just go figure it out. Have fun. Oh my god. Coconut would have been really useful in a couple ways. It would have been really nice to be able to turn on production and scoop up Chunky's metal a lot easier, but
Grab I did say that all the things that could have gotten you would be locked like a good significant amount behind it. Mind you, that was just locked by being able to purchase with Lanky, no?
Yes, you just needed lanky. And funky was trivial. So, yeah, you're waiting for lanky for that one, which kind of hurts. Because lanky was so late. Now, it's worth noting Grab is Wath, but Grab also got his key 5, so I don't really think you can read into that too much. It doesn't necessarily have to be on factory, or in factory anywhere. And in fact, Bongos is not on the path to key 3, so, and Bongos got you... Oh no, Bongos got you key 5, not Grab. Grab was free, so... I guess it could be in production. It's not in production, that's something. It's not Tiny's, that's for sure. It's probably not Diddy's because we haven't seen Spring. It's probably not Lanky's because we haven't seen O-Stand. I mean, I guess it could be like Chunky production, but like that's pretty out there. I think you're looking at like Lighthouse first.
Oh man, he's about to do Spider Boss.
Oh no, he's just doing Forest Tiny Metal. That's diabolical. Okay. He still does not have a gun to make it night. He only has oranges. That's insane. You don't start getting usable.
Get the micro in or go to factory. You don't
get a usable gun. You get lanky first. This seed is just so rude. Okay, Lanky currently locks at least 3 of the guns. Like what the heck? Lanky buys 3 guns. That's messed up because he's picking up Peanut and Aztec probably.
Almost certainly. I think for Hoy's sake, he's hoping not the case.
Oh boy, Charles is well on his way.
Here it is.
It's just something.
Hoy was about to leave this.
This seems totally random. Like I feel like at this point he's just like I've just exhausted my options here and I'm doing this randomly. He's gonna get Blast, but then like he has to then piece together what to do with Blast. Like it's not obvious that you have to take Blast to storage. You have a hint for it. Complete wreckage. That's probably what he's feeling right now.
I feel like with a hint for it and it points towards Kongs too, you just and 7 and you know where key 7 is and you know what's based on it. I think you just know. I think you just know to go immediately to factory.
You have to have pieced together that the storage item is what you're looking for though, right? That's the tough part. And that's not a freebie. But it is information and it is workable.
Yeah.
He's running a factory.
Yeah, I don't think any like hint combo in those ways, except for like the ones that like tell you directly where to go, are really freebies. But at this skill level, I think that that kind of a hint is
look at that bean. Look at that bean.
He got it anyway.
Chunky metal. You'll love to see it. I mean, this is a great check with Coconut to just like scoop up a bunch of GBs. And Charles at this point must be in GB thinking mode. He's just like, prioritize Coconut checks, but then acquire GBs on my way to 64, and then we're good to go. Because Peanut is a given. You just run into Aztec, and you're good to go. Hunky is probably... I think you want to go back to Castle and start scouring the Underground for vines, because I think you really want to pull that Hunky out of Ballroom and just lock that one away and not have to worry about it. As far as Underground checks you could do... I guess you could... Oh, jeez, what do you even do? Mausoleum? No, not Mausoleum. Wait, what can you do in the Underground? That is in Logic.
The Coconut, the DK minecart.
No, because that's Coconut locked, which would be locked by Funky, so your Funky would be on the path
by 3, right?
Funky K-Roll.
That's what I'm thinking. Oh, right, but this is not for key 3, it's for
Chunky K-Roll. What's your Castle Underground hint?
Right, it's not Peanut locked. It's... Oh god, is it Grape and O Sprint? No, but that's locked by Vines too.
That can't lock Vines.
And it can't be Twirl neither.
So
it could be Pineapple for Punch? Oh god.
Oh. So then we would need Pineapple somewhere random. Which...
Yeah, and it cannot be the
we need an Underground check. Specifically an Underground check is what we're thinking.
Yeah.
Maybe path to Chunky?
It can't be the Sniper Peanut one either. And the other one... So it could be Balloon and Trombone, which you could skip if you decide to go get Twirl off the Beanstalk. We literally might see some Twirl to Beanstalk to skip Vines nonsense happening.
That would be diabolical. I mean, if you think you can do it, then go for it. Oh, hey, Kevin. Thank you. Kevin, very cool. We love Kevin here. Everyone say thanks, Kevin. Thanks for the key 3.
All right.
Thank you, Kevin. Oh, did Hoy not have the 5-door cabin hint? That would explain why he hasn't run to Lanky yet, so he's probably going to do that right now.
Paved Helm lobby to 8 and chunky.
That's Gorilla Gone.
Yes.
No, it's not, because that would be Kong's as well.
Kong's, yeah. Wait, what?
Oh my god, it's this. It's the trophy flip.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, I don't know where Balloon is, but if it's this item, that's like insane. This could be Vines.
This is pineapple. This is pineapple.
That would make pineapple makes sense. Why pineapple?
Because we need something for underground, and
But how do you get pineapple to key 8?
that's the only thing I'm not sure.
Oh, we need trombone still. Oh no, I totally forgot we need trombone.
Oh, oh, you know what? This is trombone. This is trombone, and then you do the because you need balloon there, and you do the lanky dungeon. Lanky dungeon has vines.
Well, then you probably want to go get Twirl, huh?
Yeah. I think you could just do it with oranges though. Oranges is good enough.
I would definitely not call them the same. I think Twirl is substantially easier than oranges, but you're right. You could do it. If this is trombone, and it is trombone, that is a wild trombone.
Is he going to get Twirl?
So trombone now gets you chunky K roll. This is your best lead on Hunky by a lot right now. So Castle Underground, trombone, 2 checks. It's not the Mausoleum, because Mausoleum would have Vines locking itself. We're looking for Vines here.
No, because Balloon is on the path to 8 and chunky, and the room is only the path to chunky. No.
Well, I think it's an unhinted balloon on a mini check most likely. So mini monkey is path to chunky K roll, and I don't think we know why. So it could also be like
just gets balloon, right?
Is there a trombone mini check somewhere? I don't think so.
Homing ammo.
Oh my god,
Wait.
Homing ammo in Tiny's 5-door ship. That is devastating. What the heck are you doing here?
What is he doing here? Just go get Lanky.
I actually am kind of confused. He must be thinking it's a casino of some capacity, which maybe it is, but I think there's better info to chase in this situation.
Then something that's hidden behind 7 and Kong's.
And diving, yeah. Oh, he's looking for. Oh, well.
He has port. He knows where Twirl is.
Oh yeah. Well, now that he has the direct way of the horde hint for Lanky, he's just like, oh, okay, duh. I should just go get Lanky. He might have thought that he needed something else for. Maybe he needed Mini Monkey in order to get Lanky. Maybe he might have been thinking that. Okay, so Charles is trying his luck in the Mausoleum. I don't think this is it. It's not this. It can't be this. This is.
Yeah, this logically requires Vines.
And Vines is what we think we're looking for.
Correct.
Emphasis on what we think. It's entirely possible it's not that. Is there a world where it's Lanky Tower? I think no, right? I think we've ruled that out by now.
Yeah, Sniper was in a weird spot.
Sniper was Igloo locked. Which, I mean, Rocket's on the path to Key 8. Or Rocket's on the path to Chunky K roll. Sniper was. That wasn't the rabbit, was it? No, that was Barrels.
No, it was the
Barrels.
No. It was the DK one, Strong Kong locked.
Oh, Strong Kong. Oh, yeah, okay. No, it can't be that then. Yeah, no, it can't be that. Because we know where Key 3 is, and Key 3 got... Funky gets you Key 3 and nothing else, so it can't be anything else. Alright, Lanky for Hoy. Here we go. Hour 30, Vin Diesel %. That has to feel not great. Not great when you're going against Charles. We see winning times in the 130s sometimes, so you're like, okay, this ain't looking too hot.
Okay, so Hoy's gonna skip Feather.
Yeah, he realizes that's Feather and just doesn't want it, which makes sense. It might help you get like a tiny medal, but I think at this point, I'd be happy to just lose to a tiny medal and just be like, yep, you got me. I just kind of have to hope I can figure this out faster. Get lucky with whatever coconut check has Key 3, but I mean, Charles got it pretty quickly. Not too many tries. Get lucky with whatever check gets you Hunky Chunky, I guess. He has smelled out this mini monkey here, and is like, this is the one I really want.
And then probably gets Key 7 by doing Twirless. What is Charles missing? He's missing just the hunky, right?
He needs the hunky. The hunky is the big question mark. Peanuts is on a shop, trivial. And yeah, that's it, just hunky chunky, which we believe to be in the ballroom, which we believe to be vines locked. So depending on how you feel about skipping vines for a vines minigame, or maybe you need vines, and you know you don't need vines for Helm because of how that hint is all laid out, most likely. Alternatively, we're looking pretty hard at Lanky Underground. It's entirely possible he's taking his time getting here because he's just like efficiently picking up GBs on the way, which also makes sense. You gotta get to 64 somehow. He's sitting at 12 blueprints with 46 GBs, so 58. He's pretty close. You are approaching. You're approaching gambling range.
Hoy's at 47.
Hoy's at 39 GBs and 8 blueprints for 47. Falling a bit behind, probably because it just took too long to get Lanky and still spinning his wheels a bit. All right, here's your potion. So can you get across the lava of instant death with oranges?
DK can actually make this first jump just by kicking, but don't hate oranges either. It's all about the angle you get pushed back at. It's very important to get like hit back at the right angle, or else you don't make it with a donkey roll.
And it's pretty easy to reset because all you have to do then is just hop back onto the pedestal you got knocked off of and just like, okay, try again.
There's the oranges.
You don't take that much damage, fortunately. Nice and easy. Well done. I was really trying to get him to go to the beanstalk. I'm a man of the people, don't forget it. I gotta win the people back after I don't know what, but I was getting the heat. I felt compelled to get the people back on my side. Any people? Any people in the chat? Where are my people?
It's okay. I'll take the heat for you. There's my swing.
Rest assured, there's plenty of heat to go around. All right, twirl cut for Hoy, and he's starting with way fewer crystals. He's starting with 3 fewer, which is that takes his buffer down a lot. But he's got oscillating water, which gives you a much more consistent hop out of the water here.
And he's gonna swim into the east tree down there.
I swear, these 3 have like weird hitboxes though. Honest to God, it's really easy to miss them. High water, take the jump. Almost. That's high water as well. He's kind of off cycle now. That's low water, so you gotta wait. Yep. That's mid. You can take it. There you go.
Alright, he has to get all his flips just right here, but yeah.
Yeah, off he goes. And Charles got his vines. Rolling. And if we believe this to be Hunky Chunky, he's basically done. All he's got to do now is go scoop up Peanut from the Aztec shops and then get to 64, which he's well on his way. I think a late Aztec trip is pretty much perfect here. Oh, wow. Okay, Hoy's
going to just barely make this or just barely miss it. Oh, no, it's going to be a just barely miss.
This is flirting with disaster.
Oh, no, he's not going to make it. He's not going to make it.
5 is super tight. Good long jumps, long jumps, long jump, long jump, long jump, long. All he has to do is run back to Cranky. He's got Cranky, so he can just refill on coconuts. It's just, like, super annoying. Ah! Oh, my God, he made it by nothing.
Just barely made it. Holy.
Oh, that was real close. And it is indeed a Hunky Chunky in the ballroom. You'll love to see it. Charles, off he goes. Back to Aztec with ye. Scoop up any GBs on the way and get going. Hoy barely made it, but unfortunately it may be too late for him.
Oh yes, I'm afraid.
I think putting off the blast micro hint turned out to be a devastating blow. Not that anyone, that's really difficult to predict, but that is that's crushing. There were a lot of ways to win this. I mean, he came up with Factory Chunky Metal first too. It just he got it in the wrong order.
Yeah,
or missed the other difficult step of the chain.
The fact that Factory Chunky Metal was Rocket Barrel was a big blow. If it was something Hoy could have used immediately and kept going forward that way, I think it would have he would have naturally come into blast at some point just by virtue of when he wants to go check the hint. But the fact that it was specifically locked by Diddy, and then he had to go find the basically hinted but not hinted anywhere he had really good access to hint for Gorilla Gone, or was Gorilla Gone even hinted? No, it wasn't, was it?
I think it's tricky because even if you get Shockwave there instead of Rocket Barrel, you run into the problem of not having an easy way to get Lanky. You'd still be short Blast and Sax, so you'd never get Lanky, and then Lanky locks like all your important stuff. to finish your seed. So you would be in a situation where Charles was like fishing for a similar situation where Charles was just fishing for. What was he fishing for? Well, no, Hoy would just end up in the same.
Hoy had shockwave. Actually, yeah, that's the thing. Hoy was ahead in a sense. He shockwave first, and Charles had every other.
Yeah.
Charles had every other rocket barrel check before he ever went back to it. The thing is, if during that time Hoy had gotten the micro hint, got blast, got sacks, got lanky, if he had done that, he would have been ahead. I think it's the real difference. Yeah.
Well, I think that's the case against it. I guess it didn't really matter that it was rocket barrel in that metal then, because in the end it was not anything useful immediately. It sort of pushed him in the right direction to go get Diddy quickly, which kind of helped, but it's not going to be quite enough here. I don't know.
Yeah, I think I agree with you. I think maybe that the fact that it was rocket barrel didn't matter. I think he ended up getting Diddy in a fast enough time behind Charles, and then that pushed him to do the thing right next door, and then bing bang boom, he's got shockwave before Charles does for like a good, honestly, 10 minutes.
It basically, really I don't think it was that long, but it pushed the tipping point of the seed later, and the later the tipping point gets pushed, the point of blast or bust, it wasn't quite. He didn't get to push it back far enough to solve it. He ran into the point of no return, and it became a problem.
Yeah.
Oh, he's poor again. That's.
Oh no! Oh God! All right, one more time, chat. Poor.
That's devastating.
Unbelievable.
So Charles dumps 12 blueprints here, goes to 63. A humble 1 GB gamble on Helm. He'll be fine.
Yeah, easy. If I walk into Helm at 63, I'm trying to hit every single one of my cutscene skips, and if I don't hit one and there's a GB there, I'll just grab that. But like otherwise, I'll try to hit both and just assume there's at least one fairy at the back.
Pretty good odds.
I didn't get 2% because he has sprint. Could you imagine if sprint was there?
I'm not going to. I'm just not going to think about that. Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Let's not think about that. It is a silly place. Oh, he's going at 62. He's not even dumping the tiny blueprint. I can dig it.
I guess that makes sense. You can take the picture of the fairy up at the top of aisles, all that kind of stuff.
Pretty good odds there's one in the Key 8 room, too. Just pretty good odds. You haven't even been up here, yeah, so you can have a look at this guy. Sax pad if you're feeling...
Give sax pad if you really feel frisky about it, yeah.
Yeah, he's good.
Oh my god, Hoy. He did it again. That rainbow coin he missed earlier on is actually mattering. He could have bought both these things if he had that rainbow coin.
He's just... He's a broke boy.
Yeah, he's living broke boy life.
And there's money out here. Okay, you know what? There's money on the table. Is it reasonable to say that like this is his own doing? You could have had it. Okay, now this one you better not be broke for. Okay, we're good. We needed that one.
A go Kong me? Oh my god.
Is it a go Kong? Is it a go Kong me? Go fund Kong? Kong fund me?
Go fund Kong? Yeah. Go fund Kong actually sounds much better. I like that. Go fund Kong.
We can workshop this one. We'll send it through some focus groups. We'll get the best.
No. I knew this was coming. Only donks is really funny.
That's what we do. We just donk.
It's true.
It's simply put. That's just what we're donkers. We do be donking.
So Hoy has to look for key 3 here with coconut. We know that it's simply too little, too late. But Hoy's gonna do all his coconut checks he can.
Yeah, he's not getting lucky with his key 3 pull either, which isn't great. I mean, the other thing he still has to piece together vines, which means piecing together trombone, which is not trivial. That was like the last hint Charles read, the trombone hint. Oh, well, he's about to get it, so here we go.
Just gonna do it anyway.
That'll be nice.
This is Hoy's favorite thing.
Oh yeah, it's his favorite thing. That's why he flips the wrong way. All right, just. I'm just hating. Don't mind me. I'm hating, but.
Why you always hating?
I'm hating good. The haters are up tremendous.
Haters are tremendous.
Just do it tiny, man. Just do it. Just do it tiny. It's easier, man. Just do it tiny. I swear to God.
He loves the Diddy one. He swears by it.
I think he's the guy that hates the tiny one for some reason. He thinks the Diddy one is easier, and he's just wrong. So
Yes.
I don't know what to say.
He thinks the Diddy one is easier, 100%.
Well. Oh, okay. Now the Diddy propaganda is coming out now. You're not gonna. Ain't no way you're getting me to believe that.
Welcome to bonus stage.
Easier to get up with, harder to complete. I feel like my lineup with Tiny is really consistent. Oh, he's getting up top. And I don't even know if I agree that it's easier because... Or I don't even know if I agree that it's faster because in aggregate, if you make more mistakes than the Diddy one, then it's going to be slower on average. But then we're talking math, and well, we can't do that.
I think that given Hoy pulled this here, Hoy's gonna go in here and grab Hunky, and he will be key 3 from go. And his GB count is still 6'8", which means he is at 52. So he's like 10 GBs and a key 3 from being able to do this. And I think he just has an aversion to galleon. He really hated galleon this season.
It's kind of slow. I don't know. I mean, if you go in there, you're looking at basically just like 2 coconut checks because it's not rocket barrel. It's not even diving, which is crazy. So like that might be why he's not thinking galleon.
That's true. With a direct diving hint and diving not on the path to key 3 at all, it's there is like a good shout of being like, well, how much of lighthouse is they're really important for coconut? Because obviously you're looking for coconut stuff. It's like what? Punch wasn't on the path to key 3, and rocket barrel isn't either. So it's and shockwave isn't either. So it is like the top of the lighthouse, like as in like going in and doing Donkey's lighthouse, or it's Kevin, and that's it. Or his metal, Donkey's metal as well.
Yeah,
so
there's not.
That's that.
So yeah, without diving, it kind of makes sense to avoid galleon.
Yeah.
But at the same time, there's like 2 pretty fast checks. Like Kevin isn't too slow. You're kind of looking at one area in specific, then you just like get rid of the whole level. All these other levels are kind of a little more spread out.
He's thinking this for key 3.
Yeah, I don't know about I don't know about DK Minecart Brother, but the problem is that Funky is on the path to key 3 and Underground is chunky, and Coconut is bought by Funky. So if you're looking for vines for that ballroom, which they both saw at about the same time, which is hilarious.
Math is the only thing better than Donk, says Donk creator Balam. Run, Balam, run! He's getting the gun. Rock is getting the gun. Run. So unfortunately for Hoy, he's going through the gamut of underground checks, and will find vines, I think, either just about as or a little bit after Charles finishes here.
Charles got a chunky phase to run through, and then a Diddy phase to finish. Didn't get booted.
Yeah.
You love to not get booted. You finish your chunky phase, or you finish a tiny phase and you're still in it. That always feels good.
tag anywhere shouldn't be used in standard settings. Quote, Tudos.
What?
I'm framing that one.
What are we doing here? How did we get here? What happened?
And then season 5 removes tag anywhere, right? And then season 6, what you do is you do randomized barrel location.
No, I've got it. Season 5, we get rid of tag anywhere, and then season 6, we nerf it into the ground. Yes! Who's with me? Yes!
How do you nerf tag anywhere into the ground?
Oh no,
I'm
Mike's
so
with me.
curious.
That's not good.
How do you do? How do you do that?
I don't know. You do something crazy like you can't tag unless you're on the ground.
Oh my god, that's so
pretty easy.
funny. Oh my god.
Solves a lot of problems. I tell you what, solves an unbelievable amount of problems. All right. Fines for Hoy. He's gonna be happy with this. He's going to be less happy with the fact that CharlesJarls taking first place in this race with a time of 1:48.40, and Hoy forfeits immediately.
GG's.
GG. Finally, we can stop talking about nonsense.
Look, man, we gotta fill that airwaves with things that the chatters really want to hear about. Rabbits and tag anywhere nerfs, you know?
No kidding. That's a GG.
All right, let's get them. Let's get them in here.
We'll see if they want to chat about this masterpiece. All right. Need some people around. Hoy might be trying to. You might be like, do I really want to do this? Do I really want to throw oranges and blast my way across Lanky Dungeon? I don't know. Alright, we're trying to pull him in. Hang on.
Balam out here threatening to remove my rabbit from existence.
Unbelievable.
Horrible.
We pulled in CharlesJarls.
Welcome in, Charles. GG's.
GG's.
All right, GG's. Big time.
So how did you feel about that one? How did you feel about
We got Hoy too.
the way things went? Oh, GG's, Hoy.
Hello.
Oh, that was a mess.
Dude, you're telling me.
I was
So-
late with everything.
So Hoy.
Last punch check, last rocket
I was
check.
floundering around for an hour.
So Hoy, I have a thing to ask you. Do you
Sure.
know what pad takes you up to Helm?
What pad takes you up to Helm? Nope, never looked. I
It-
wasn't even there yet.
It's Blast.
Hmm.
So I think the big difference in this seed is that Charles went and got that at like 15 GBs because you can get it at 15 GBs for no good reason because that's the highest B locker, or it's 17 GBs apparently, and found out it was just on the battle arena in Galleon, and that gave him sacks, and I think sacks was literally the only thing you were looking for like the longest time. You actually had Shockwave and Tiny and everything else before Charles. It was just a matter of could you find Lanky?
Not everything else, but that was the finding Blast into sacks and finding Shockwave were probably the two pain points in the seed.
Yeah.
And Shockwave was a grisly rocket barrel, that's for sure.
Oh yeah.
Dude, when I saw that, I shook my head. I'm like, you gotta be serious. There's no way that this is logical. I thought I was missing something for sure at that point.
Triangle and punch are all you need for chunky metal and factory.
It's weird. There's a lot of ways to unpack it too, because you could have plausibly skipped Rocket Barrel for Shockwave in some worlds, depending on order of operations.
Mm-hmm.
This would be a really interesting seed to throw at a larger lobby, because I'm sure there's like 4 or 5 different ways you could have found your way to the end, and I kind of wonder which way would have worked out the best.
I think my biggest issue this year was actually just not checking where Gone was. I think that was my biggest thing, not getting Diddy as fast as possible. I mean, you're checking 50 million punch checks because every level's available to you. and
Yeah.
I just chose wrong, I guess.
You have pretty good
Even though
options.
I got a lot of stuff.
Yeah, you have great options for punch too. Storage. It's very appealing to go look around storage for punch checks. I guess caves is kind of there, but you don't really get caves Helm lobbies hinted. It was a little awkward.
Caves has been less appealing for punch checks ever since the barriers were open.
Mm. That makes sense. We also have no idea where Balloon is, so that's cool.
It's mini locked, 100%.
Gotta be, yeah. That was the conclusion we arrived at, but not not comfortably, because what mini check could it possibly be? It could be like factory car race. Ugh. Just all sorts of anything random.
I'm guessing you got the potion. Is that Vines Underground in Lanky's dungeon?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's literally where I was when you finished.
It's kind of hoping
The
when
only
you would
thing-
like. It's kind of hoping you just like try your luck with Twirl. Just go up the beanstalk and scoop up Twirl, and then send the vines barrel.
Yeah, I was too stubborn. I even went into the tree to refill on oranges.
It fit. It also made sense to pursue vines because you still needed to find trombone anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, Hoy, so the only thing you're missing is that vine to get Punky, and then Key 3, which is on Kevin.
Oh, Kevin. Just
Yeah, it was like any coconut check, really.
Yeah.
That's toxic.
Mhm.
That's so toxic to see. Just like throw a late key 3, just like, here we go, coconut, have fun.
Yeah.
Could just put Key 3 there, but no, gotta be coconut.
Nah, you can put it in like anywhere from like Donkey's 5-Door Temple to Kevin. Like, who cares? Enjoy, have fun. Whoa. Weird seed. You had so many options and somehow
I think
not
that was the problem.
that many. Or you had so many levels and options within those levels, but not a lot of Kongs to do it with. So you got strung out all the time. It's just like, well, I guess I gotta go chase down this one check in this one level, and then, nope, try again. Pull the slot machine again.
Yeah, the problem was having access to every level.
Not
And
a lot of
everything
way
is-
of the horde hints.
Yeah, it was
most
just
of them were kind of
being-
useless.
Being which you didn't actually need.
Count 19 path hints. That's a big one. That's a bit of a monster.
And like several of them to like 7. You couldn't have one like lighthouse to Key 3 hint, or you know what I mean? Like
I'm sure it's there somewhere. On a hint.
maybe, probably, yeah.
Probably locked by
I think we got
a
most
gun.
Yeah, it could be a coconut hint, maybe. We got most of the hints.
Coconut, grape, peanut.
Mm.
Actually, is the grape one just the boss? Might be.
Could be. No, I think that was in Forest, or I think it was in a Funky's area.
Oh, that was the it's Funky's area. That's right.
Good stuff.
Tough.
What did you make of the bean hint?
Dude, I loved it. As soon as it saw, I'm like, yes. And then it turned out to be Twirl. You could pretty easily deduce that it was Twirl later on, and then you're just sad because you're like, I really don't need that actually.
Yeah, once you find Monkey Port, it's just written stars.
To be clear, you find Monkey Port on a battle pad called Rabbit Blitz, which is just
I was surprised to find Port up there because there wasn't a hint for it.
true.
I saw it,
Unhinted
I'm like,
Port.
oh, this is Twirl.
Totally unhinted Port. Could have been terrible. Turned out not that bad because you guys were looking for everything everywhere and just had to try and find that.
Turns out those kinds of seeds where you have to scour the whole world. Doesn't really matter if you put one item in a pretty ugly location as long as it's not super heavy locked.
The fabled double orange usage was crazy too. I was so mad when I got oranges off the castle. I'm like, I'm either getting bamboozled to high hack here, or I really need this to get shockwave. I thought it was going to be shockwave the whole time.
I was definitely not expecting the second usage. I was not sold on lower cabin. I was like, I don't know about lower cabin, and then shockwave pops out, and I was like, okay.
Yeah, I thought it was just for tiny cabin, so I chased other. Well, I could have done it when I was in caves, but I don't know.
I was about to ask you, was lower cabin your last rocket barrel check?
Yeah, it was.
I think it was my first.
Yeah, it was your first.
It's great discipline to not chase any of the other garbage you got off Rocket Barrel because there was no shortage of that. Like sniper, ooh yeah, that's a good chase.
Oh, sprint.
Sprint. Oh, because you didn't have lanky, so that didn't really do anything for you, and then nothing really to do with sniper yet. But yeah, all sorts of fun times off of Rocket Barrel that you didn't need at all. Woohoo!
Yeah. It's just that every part of the seed felt very off.
Weird seed, very tough. One of the most technically complex ones seen in a while. But we made it work.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
We made it work.
A lot of logic puzzling to solve out there. I think this is gonna sell me on checking my K-roll warp pad every single seed I can now, because that's.
Oh, I do that every time I go to level 7. I drop down instead of going to warp 1 around the prison. I go check the pad, see what it is. When I go.
I usually do. I just didn't to see because there was just so much stuff to do already, and I wasn't thinking about blast being my key item. I thought I was gonna look for a coconut to open up the power shed. I thought that's what the item I was looking for.
Because of grab core.
Yeah. Well, grab was used for like other things already, but yeah.
What a seed.
Pretty much.
What a seed. And alas, we say goodbye. Oh, it is a good run. You had a good run on the last Blitz. This one is top 16 is pretty solid, but
I just appreciate the opportunity to run. I know I didn't officially qualify. Thanks to Barry for giving me the shot.
made it work. Made it work. Charles, we move on into the. Wait.
All right.
Oh wait, I called this the quarterfinals, but actually next round's the quarterfinals. That's like super awkward.
Correct.
Let me just
This is the round of 8.
That was really funny. This is round of 16. I'm just like totally wrong this whole time. Nobody told me, so let me just.
I think next
We're
is
too scared of you getting the
quarterfinals.
gun.
There we go. Let me just correct that. There we go. Everyone just pretend that it was like this whole
quarters.
time. Amen. Or you'll just be playing in the second quarterfinals. I don't know. Just Charles, just win your next match and it's all fine. It'll all work out because then you'll be in the semis as intended. Excellent.
Mhm.
Can't believe nobody caught that. Unbelievable. I blame everyone else and not me. Thank you. I will take no questions.
It's fair.
Charles, you move on to the top 16 then. Or no, top 8.
No,
top 8.
quarters.
Top 8. Oh my god.
Quarters. He moves on to quarters.
I'm crashing out. Quarterfinals. Okay. And you get one of Alpha or Little King, and they play shortly. They play in an hour or so. We've got 2 more Blitz matches happening in an hour. They're not going to happen on this channel, but if you want to watch more, make sure you're watching out for DK64. Just the game category in general. Make sure you're coming on down to discord.dk64randomizer.com. You'll get all the Blitz info there, and maybe we'll have more on YouTube. We'll see. We kind of want to get more of these, so we may get a couple more matches rolling this week. A lot of donkin'. Good times had by all.
Go watch the previous matches. There's the Blitz Qual is going to go up at some point here, probably up by now. As if you're watching this on YouTube now, go watch the other season 4, like the season 4 reveal stream on YouTube. It's a lot of good fun there. I said over 100 hours of races now at this point.
I don't even know. I made that number up. It's probably way more than that. It's probably way more than that.
I thought you were going off an actual
No, I just
number that you saw on your stat pad for the
me stats. Nah, I'm more in the vibes. It's fine.
right. Math is banned. I forgot.
Nevertheless,
All right.
make sure you watch it on YouTube. You know what to do. Ring that bell. All that jazz. Say no more. Excellent. Charles Hoy, it's been a pleasure. Thanks for playing. Ash, it's been a
Thank
pleasure
you.
commentating with you.
Thank you.
GG Charles, and good luck in the next round.
GG. Thank you.
Thanks for watching, team. Oh my god. No, we'll catch you in the next one. I'm gonna see you all in an hour or 2 on one of the next, in somebody's stream of the next matches in this round. So stay tuned.
Morning.
Catch you all in the next one. Morning.
Mornin.